So now we'll move on to number 7, Governors Bay Jetty Restoration Trust. We've got Josh.
And hopefully, Phil, you've got, and I don't know, Tyrone, if you want to move it, but... So there might be some updated recs from me.
Do we need to have another break?
No. I think that the team have worked through them.
John,
Here it comes.
have you got the new recs?
Yeah, I've got suggested one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Have you given it?
Okay.
I'll send the wording. Depending on the wording, I'd like to be able to move it.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah, I'll second it. Because I like this jetty as much as you do.
Well, seeing as we're announcing.
Right.
I can't possibly.
So do we just wait till John's stuff gets up, or does Josh, you want to chit? Okay, so we'll just talk amongst ourselves for a couple of minutes. We've done the deputation.
Alan wants her deputation in PX, so we'll wait till we go into PX.
Yep. We've got it. Okay. So, Tyrone, do you have it, mate?
So that's to, oh yeah, no, I'm with that.
Yeah, so Tyrone's happy to move and I'm happy to second it. Have we got any questions? Or it seems like a good result out of the best we can come up with. Aaron?
Yeah, my question is around their request to have the zero interest, given that them delivering the project saved us $4 million. If we also done the math on, if we'd done it, we probably wouldn't be starting yet or about to start, but what the escalation cost would have been from our original budget until now, because I would, going by all the other quotes we get, that it would be horrendous.
Yep. That's a question.
It's a very loaded question,
No, I think.
obviously.
Okay, so that's good. I think we're all in the right space. So we've got a mover and seconder. I'll put that.
So can I just clarify then? If we vote against this, does that mean and it then fails, can we vote for zero interest? I'll foreshaddle that we do go for the requested zero interest rate.
We'll put her out there and see what happens.
Why not just make an
Can
amendment?
you clarify though, are you saying, Aaron, zero interest and we'd still pay the money early, or?
Whichever works for our books on that.
Well, neither. But
Yeah.
which one? So,
This is a good result.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're doing is going to massively help them out this way. Significantly. That was the whole point of option 4.
Yeah, well, it does, but it's not. I mean, So I'll start my debating then in a way that, but it's a bit loose, but that's me. Just that I would prefer we had a lot more community groups coming to council wanting to take on projects and delivering the project, because they can do it so much cheaper than we can. And this is a clear example of that. So any way that we can facilitate and encourage that from other groups going forward, yes, it is. In a way, in accounting terms, you might call it bad precedent setting, but if it delivers your infrastructure at half the price, it's really good precedent setting. So that's my position on it. So if we have 10 other projects across the motu that come in and start asking for us to deliver them at half the rate, and they'll run the works, start coming in, I'm more than keen to see those, because the way we do it doesn't work. And so this is a departure from what we usually do, and I would support that this time round.
Pauline?
Look, yeah, that's a great project, and I support the number 4 resolution we've popped up. That'll be giving them, or paying off our half share of the money at $174,000. That will really help them with their repayments. Look, they're not alone. We've walked alongside them the whole time with this project, and they're the first ones to thank council for that. And they've done a brilliant job. It has been a partnership, even though they've lifted big spade work on this. We're not going to hang them out to dry. Things happen, they can always come back and chat to us again. So this, and they told us in the deputation this would help them considerably. So let's support this today.
Okay. Tyra?
Thank you. We are in debate, aren't we? Quite clearly. I'm actually genuinely very touched by the. Well, obviously, I support this motion. I was very, very touched by Aaron's comments. I think it's really great, and he's really landed on what's so brilliant about this is that it's a community group that's gone out and spent thousands and thousands of hours, like sausage sizzles. I've lost count of how many tea towels I've bought at the Governor's Bay fake for thing. But anyway, look, the point being is that, you know, they've really gone out and actually saved council a lot of money and delivered a project that's actually benefit for the whole city and beyond, and it's part of, you know, the offering of Christchurch. So yeah, look, I almost feel like I've actually even like kneecapped myself in a way. But anyway, look, this is a pragmatic solution to you know what was being asked for that doesn't really compromise some of those kind of precedent-setting things. I thank Councillor MacDonald as well for his pragmatism and support there, and the Mayor and the Deputy Mayor. So I support this, and I ask you to do that as well.
Okay. Oh, right, we've got Mark, Yanni, then Kelly.
Thank you. I'm happy to support this today. I would have preferred zero interest. Having heard from the group this morning in their presentation to us, they set a pretty strong case that we're not setting a precedent if we did this at 0%. They're a very unique case, and I think it's a wonderful model for us as a council to look at working with community groups like this, and the fact that they can do the infrastructure upgrade and repair that we would have otherwise have to have done at a fraction of the cost and in a much more timely manner, I think is a great model, and we need to encourage as many community groups as we can to you know, love their community enough to get in and partner with us in this sort of thing. But given what we've got, I think the bringing forward of the 2 instalments is a good portion down the road. Be interesting to see further down the track whether there's any further discussions around the interest rate. But hey, happy to support the Governor's Bay Jetty Restoration Trust and their community in this today, and let's see if we can't empower more community groups to partner with us and get some great results.
Yanni, please.
Sorry, just a question of clarification. Is it possible under 4 to actually be more specific about the quantum and the years? Because effectively what this is a bring back from a forward year to the existing year, a bring back of 2 years. Mm-hmm. So just under 4, is it possible to get the wording a little bit more specific about exactly what's happening?
You'd have to ask the people that have moved it and seconded it, or foreshadow a motion.
Well, that does clarify. We know
I'm happy to
yeah.
If it makes it easier to understand. I just think it's good for record keeping that we're really clear.
It's a 74,000 ton.
And there'll be a rates impact on this as well. Has that been specified, or do we need to specify that? I mean, this is effectively a change to the LTP, so I just want to make sure we've got the right wording. I'm very supportive of it.
You're boring in too deep.
We're in debate, so you'd have to foreshadow a motion.
Yeah, so you want to foreshadow a motion, yeah?
Well, it was really just trying to get advice from legal staff as to whether or not this is the appropriate wording. It's a procedural question, and we didn't have questions, so this is the first opportunity we had to ask.
Okay.
John, you don't rush around. You can just stand up and answer the question. Sorry.
Instalments 2 and 3 of $58,000. The impact on the council is bringing that money back from a future programme. The cost to council, there's a small cost to council, but it's very small because it's usually sums of this amount are usually balanced up in general movements within the capital programme. So there's a small cost to rates, $58,000, not a huge impact.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, so here we go.
So, John, is that correct? Yeah.
That's correct.
Yep. Okay,
Right,
so
so
while that's getting written in, Kelly?
So, sorry, can I foreshadow
Are you not writing it?
an amendment then that, and it's really just an amendment, but that council amend the LTP by bringing back instalments 2 and 3.
It's not an amendment to an LTP. Yeah.
They'll move it around. They know what they're doing. Kelly.
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate the group on their brilliant sort of proposal to do this in combination with council. There's a group in my own area, Marston Hall Trust, who are collaborating really well with council to build a community facility out there and have substantial dollars of their own, but recognise that council don't need to necessarily contribute to everything in terms of OPEX costs. So I agree with what Aaron says. I think we should really be encouraging these types of projects, and that's why I totally support it today.
Okay. Now, Sam, did you have another?
Just really briefly, I mean, I just don't want to get lost on people. This is actually a really good thing for the Governors Bay Jetty Trust. So it's not all doom and gloom. You know, the reality is they've come in this morning. We have backed them the entire way. They've done a really, really good job, and we've come up with a really pragmatic solution that keeps in line with good decision making and allows for something to happen. So I would just hate it for it to be lost on people that we should be doing that. You know, and I don't have to remind people, but I will. When we say it's 0% interest, someone else does pay for that. So it's not as if, the money just comes from a tree and we do it. There is a cost to the community from this. We've actually come up with a really pragmatic solution, which I just think begins to capitalise on the work they've done. So I agree, we should do as many of these as we can, but let's not turn this into something that is unfortunate, given they've come in and we've been really pragmatic with them.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Right. Last. Yeah. I will. Ash. Is that right?
I just want to just have a reply.
Yeah, that's fine. But the one thing I like, I've always liked this, what they're doing here, they have actually paid a lot of money back already. They work themselves hard, and it's a small community, so what they're doing is sausage sizzles, I can see how many Tyrone's eaten. So, no, they do. They really put their heart and soul into it. It's a fantastic community, and if we come up with this pragmatic, so I'll be obviously supporting this. Tyrone.
Thank you.
No lip.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't know how you guessed that I eat so many sausages, but there we go. So just to wrap up, just some of the comments that have been made around the table, but I think Sam summarised it really well. It's not. We're actually voting for a really pragmatic solution here, and we've kind of thrown out some ideas like, oh, well, let's just make it 0% interest. I think what we're doing is we're giving them what they've asked for, and as Councillor Cotter said, the door is actually open because I think that there's a really a strong support for what they're doing. So let's just give them what they asked for, and if that doesn't quite land, we can revisit that. So really that's all I had to say there, but thank you for your support.
Thank you very much. Right, with that, we've got a mover and seconder. I'll put that motion. All in favour? Aye. Against? Aaron, you want it noted? Aaron? Thank you. That's carried. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so we're going to shoot up to number 9.